Hi everyone, it's Tammy and we are on day 8 of our 12 cards of Christmas series, and today we're going to make a jovial reindeer card, and we've done something similar but this is going to be a little bit different. And for this I will need an A2 card, so I'm going to use a piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. I'm going to cut it at 5.5 on the long end, so that I have two pieces of that will make A2 cards. I'm going to fold one of them in half to make the card base, and then the other one I'm going to cut at, let's see, 3 3/4 by 5. And this is going to be a topper, but obviously I cut it a little smaller than usual, and that's because we're also going to use a piece of black cardstock that will be cut at 4. Actually, this side I should cut at 5 1/4 by 4 and by 4. So that's going to be our base. So the card itself will look like this, and it's going to open this way. So we are going to need some brown ink again, and we're also going to need our markers, and you're going to need black and red and green for this project. And I'm also going to put on some ribbon, and I'm using red ribbon. So for this card we are, oh, and we also need a baby wipe, and I happen to have one from when I was doing a project earlier that's still wet, so I'm going to use that. But this is what you'll need to do. You will open up your brown ink. This happens to be close to cocoa by Stampin' Up. You can use whatever you have, and you can do as many reindeer as you want, but these are just going to be reindeer heads. And I'm going to start with my thumb, and I'm going to do 4, and I'm going to do a big one here, and then I'm going to wipe off my thumb. I'm going to kind of make it look like a family of reindeer. And then I'll use a smaller but still big finger here, and I'll make it a little crooked. And then I will do 2 smaller ones, kind of like a dad, a mom, and 2 kids is what I'm thinking. That's what's in my head, but you can do whatever you want. So those are our reindeer. Duh. Obviously those are reindeer. Just wait, you will see how they come together. So make sure you get the ink off of your fingers as best you can. And then when you take your little flare pens or whatever pens you want, you could use Sharpies, you could even use a ballpoint pen. I think that would work just fine. But I happen to have these flare pens that I use for my planning videos, and I enjoy them. So I'm going to now, and you can do this as rustically as you want or as precisely as you want. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of both, and I'm just going to make little ears. And ears are kind of like out and out. If you make them in and out, they kind of look like they are mustaches or something. Or you could even like draw however you want to do it. And they can all be different, they can all be the same, whatever you feel like. Oh, and then they need eyes, don't they? And their eyes are kind of off-centered like that, and kind of toward the bottom of their head. And Big Daddy needs bigger eyes. He also needs bigger ears than that. And you can make their noses black if you want. I'm going to make them have reindeer Rudolph noses. And they all get to be Rudolph. Whatever you decide. You could even give them a sparkly nose if you wanted to, with some glitter glue or a gemstone. And then they need antlers. So I'm just going to like draw like tree branches. And I'll make the daddies a little bigger. That's fun. I'm liking it. And then I'm going to take a green Sharpie or flare marker, whatever this is, and I'm just going to write Merry Christmas in here. And I'm not even going to do it like with really super handwriting or anything. I'm just going to write it just because it looks homemade and fun. And then, to finish it off, I'm just going to put some ribbon on it. So I'm going to cut ribbon the length that I want it, which is just to cover the whole page. And then, if you guys have seen me do this before, I can put some snail adhesive on the back of these ribbons or on the back of the card and stick them to the card, whichever way floats your boat. I'm going to do it this way because I don't know exactly where I'm going to put it on the card yet. And I want it to be here on the top. Yeah, about there, I think. So then I just fold over where I have the adhesive. And then I'm going to cut off a piece about this long, and I'm going to tie a bow underneath here. You could even use like googly eyes. I just thought of that too. Or not a bow, I'm just going to do a knot here. Sometimes I like bows, other times I like knots. Knots are way easier to make. And I just cut these off at an angle. And then I'm going to use my trusty ATG gun. And I go over where the ribbon was just to make sure that I've gotten that down pretty good. Oh, and I'm going to go ahead and do this one first. And make sure I have it go in the right direction, and then I will put this down. Try to center it the best I can. And then center this one the best I can. think I made this one just a little long. I'm going to cut him off a little bit more. And that is it. Isn't that cute? What an adorable card. I hope you like it. If you do, remember, I don't know if I described this at the beginning, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in November, I am doing a 12 cards of Christmas series, and as a gift to you and a thank you for being a subscriber, anyone who wants to win one of these cards has the opportunity. You just have to subscribe and leave a nice comment below of the card that you'd like. You can like 1 or 12, it doesn't matter. And I will pick a winner. My family will pick a winner, and the cards will be mailed out to you the first week of December. So if you will win one card, and it will be the card that you've entered under that day. So if this is the card that you like, then you need to make sure that you leave a comment under this card, which happens to be day 8. And so day 8's card would come to you with the card in an envelope. So all you have to do is pull them out, sign, seal, and deliver, and you're good to go. So I hope that you win, and I hope that you have a very Merry Christmas. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, and I guess I can show you the other cards. I've been doing that and I forgot. So day 1, day 2 is Reindeer in the Dark. Day 3, day 4, I did this kind of technique with Love Deer. Day 5, day 6, day 7, and day 8. Did I say day 8? Yes, I did. Okay. And day 8. So I hope that you win. Have a Merry Christmas.